One thing that people have to understand that we talk about on Gaslit Nation and we discuss in our book, Dictatorship, It's Easier Than You Think, is that the way dictators come to power and stay in power is through their terror force, their base. All dictators need a base. Putin has a base. Trump has a base. You cannot wield power without your base. And your base is a calling card for sadists to come together and to unleash their inner beast. For instance, there's a reason why a lot of members of the police in America are pro-Trump and they wave those blue Trumpian flags. When you have these execution videos, these modern day lynchings of black people being shot point blank by the police and Trump and his crowd coming to their defense, the Kyle Rittenhouses, the Zimmermans and so on, those executions are recruitment tools. Those what are heartbreaking videos to us, they are recruitment tools for the dictators' base, for the dictators' movement, saying like, if you want to get away with lynchings, come join us, we'll protect you, we'll back you up, we'll turn you into a martyr. You can literally get away with murder. And so that's a very common dynamic for dictatorships, how they function and want to be dictatorships. And in the Soviet Union, that place was ran by sadists. My grandfather, he left behind a memoir for me that he wrote in Ukrainian, and he described being a young father arrested during Stalin's Great Terror and being tortured in prison, and described what that torture was like, what was done to him. This would only be carried out by sadists. Right. And this same level of inhumanity is being carried out today in occupied areas of Ukraine under Russian control. And so when people say in the West, as well-meaning as they are, we need to have an off-ramp for Putin, we need to negotiate peace with Putin. We've been trying since this war began in 2014. There are all sorts of off-ramps given. There are all sorts of moments of paying Putin all the respect he craves. He had a summit on the world stage with presidents of the United States, Trump and then Biden. He hosted the Olympics. He's been a big man on the world stage for so long, while France and Germany were trying to give him land for peace, a greater oversight over parts of Ukraine in exchange for peace. And it went nowhere. He still launched a total genocidal invasion that's ongoing today. And the Russians had been very clear about what they want to do in Ukraine. It's one of those legal cases where the criminals keep telling you what their intent is over and over and over again, as they do on state TV. They're saying, we want to wipe out all Ukrainians. We want to kill them all. We want to kidnap their children and force them to speak Russian, be Russian now. These are all acts of genocide.